Have you ever wondered what it would be like if giant monsters, like snakes bigger than buses or colossal sharks, still roamed the earth? These animals really existed, and today you're going to meet the 10 creatures you'll be thankful are extinct. Each one is stranger than the last, and the number one spot will leave you speechless. Curious to find out who they are? Then subscribe now and join us on this wild journey. In 10th place, Arthropleura. Now, imagine a creature straight out of a nightmare. A centipede over 6 feet long crawling through the forest. This was Arthropleura, the largest arthropod to ever walk the earth. It lived around 300 million years ago during the Carboniferous period, when tropical forests were much denser, and oxygen levels in the atmosphere were significantly higher. These conditions allowed insects and arthropods to grow to colossal sizes, like this impressive creature. Despite its terrifying appearance, Arthropleura probably wasn't the predator you're imagining. Studies suggest it was herbivorous, feeding on plants and decaying vegetation. But let's be honest, running into a 6-foot-long centipede during a walk in the forest would still be far from pleasant. Its long, segmented body with dozens of legs scurried quickly across the ancient forest floors, and while it posed no direct threat to humans, just seeing one would be enough to send anyone running. Arthropleura disappeared at the end of the Permian period, likely due to climate changes and lower oxygen levels, which made it impossible for such large creatures to survive. Luckily for us, we don't have to worry about bumping into one of these giants anymore. Think a giant centipede is scary? Wait until you see what's next on the list. Want to learn more? Leave a comment below and keep watching. In 9th place, Gecalopterus. Brace yourself, if you're afraid of scorpions. You'll be relieved to know this one is long gone. Gecalopterus, also known as the sea scorpion, was one of the largest arthropods ever to exist. Picture a giant scorpion, more than 8 feet long, swimming through the seas around 400 million years ago. Yes, it was a true ocean monster. Unlike modern scorpions, this giant lived in freshwater, such as rivers and lakes. Its sharp, powerful claws made it a formidable predator, using them to capture prey like fish and smaller arthropods. Its vision was also advanced for its time, helping it easily locate its next meal. Now, imagine casually swimming in a lake and running into this little guy. It's safe to say this is one animal we can all be thankful isn't around anymore. What's even more fascinating is that Gecalopterus wasn't directly related to today's scorpions, but to a group of creatures known as Eurypterids, which lived long before the dinosaurs. Despite its terrifying size, it disappeared at the end of the Devonian period, during one of the planet's great mass extinctions. Think an 8-foot scorpion is bad? Just wait until you see the next creature on our list. Did you know such animals once roamed our waters? Leave a comment and stick around for the next animal. In 8th place, Gorgonops. If you think dinosaurs were scary, wait until you meet Gorgonops. This predator lived over 250 million years ago, long before dinosaurs ruled the earth. It belonged to a group of mammal-like reptiles, which would later evolve into mammals. But don't be fooled by its connection to our ancestors. Gorgonops was a fearsome predator, growing up to 10 feet long and armed with huge saber-like teeth that resembled those of the saber-toothed tiger. These sharp fangs made it a top predator, capable of bringing down its prey with a single bite. Gorgonops was incredibly fast and agile, a dominant predator during the Permian period. It hunted herbivorous animals with its serrated teeth and powerful claws, making it highly efficient at catching its prey. Now, imagine coming face to face with this ferocious hunter. Those teeth could easily rip through flesh. Fortunately, this beast vanished during the Permian mass extinction, around 250 million years ago, which was the largest extinction event the planet has ever seen. If you're already amazed by Gorgonops, get ready, the next creature will blow your mind. Ever heard of this fearsome predator? Let us know in the comments, and get ready for 7th place. In 7th place, Andrewsarchus. Now, picture a creature that looked like a cross between a giant wolf and a monstrous boar. This was Andrewsarchus, one of the largest carnivorous mammals to ever exist. It lived around 40 million years ago during the Eocene period, and its skull alone, discovered by archaeologists, was over 3 feet long. With a body that could reach almost 16 feet, it was one of the top predators of its time, armed with massive jaws that delivered an incredibly powerful bite. Andrewsarchus is something of a mystery to scientists. While its appearance is bizarre, there's debate about its diet. Some believe it was a relentless predator, capable of hunting large animals, while others suggest it may have been a scavenger, feeding on the remains left by other predators. Either way, no one would want to cross paths with this giant. Its sharp, robust teeth were perfect for crushing bone and tearing through flesh, reinforcing the idea that it was a terrifying predator. Imagine a creature like this roaming the forests, looking for food. Definitely one of the most frightening animals of its time. Thankfully, Andrewsarchus disappeared millions of years ago, and we can breathe easy knowing we don't have to deal with this apex predator. If you thought Andrewsarchus was bizarre, just wait until you see what's next on the list. Did you know about this giant mammal? Let us know in the comments and keep watching. Sixth place is even more surprising. In sixth place, Quetzalcoatlus. If big birds give you chills, get ready to meet Quetzalcoatlus, the largest pterosaur that ever existed. With a wingspan reaching 40 feet, it was as big as a small plane. This sky giant lived at the end of the Cretaceous period, around 70 million years ago, soaring through the air with an intimidating presence. Imagine looking up and seeing a creature this massive flying overhead, with a long, sharp beak ready to snatch up prey in a way that would make any modern bird seem harmless. Despite its colossal size, Quetzalcoatlus didn't hunt large dinosaurs. Instead, it likely fed on small animals and fish, but its size and wingspan make it one of the most bizarre and impressive animals to have ever lived. With long legs that allowed it to walk on the ground, Quetzalcoatlus could easily roam plains in search of food. This winged giant disappeared along with the dinosaurs during the Cretaceous mass extinction, and we can be thankful for that. If we're already intimidated by modern birds of prey, imagine having to deal with something as massive as Quetzalcoatlus. If you found this creature curious, wait until you meet the next animal. Ever heard of this monstrous pterosaur? Leave a comment and keep watching. Fifth place is going to bring even more surprises. In fifth place, Spinosaurus. We've arrived at fifth place, and here we have a true star of the Cretaceous period, the Spinosaurus. This dinosaur, known for the impressive sail on its back, is considered the largest carnivorous dinosaur to have ever existed, even surpassing the fearsome T-Rex in size. Spinosaurus could reach up to 60 feet long and weighed around 20 tons. This monster combined the traits of a land predator with aquatic abilities, making it incredibly versatile, and even more terrifying. One of the most fascinating animal facts about Spinosaurus is its ability to swim. It was semi-aquatic, meaning it hunted both on land and in the water. Its teeth were adapted for catching fish, and it is believed to have spent much of its time in rivers and lakes, hunting prehistoric fish, monstrous creatures in their own right. But that doesn't mean it left other dinosaurs alone. Spinosaurus could easily hunt smaller creatures when venturing out of the water. This combination of land and water skills made it one of the most feared predators of its time. With its sail, possibly used to regulate body temperature or attract mates, it was also one of the most recognizable and bizarre dinosaurs to have ever existed. Thankfully, Spinosaurus went extinct along with the other dinosaurs 66 million years ago. If you thought the T-Rex was the biggest predator of its time, Spinosaurus definitely changes that perspective. Impressed already? Hold on tight, because fourth place will take us back to the water with an even more terrifying creature. Did you know these fascinating facts about Spinosaurus? Tell us in the comments and stick around for the next monster on the list. In fourth place, Sarcosuchus. Now, picture a crocodile, but not just any crocodile. We're talking about Sarcosuchus, also known as the supercroc. This monster lived around 112 million years ago during the Cretaceous period and could grow up to 40 feet long, about the size of a bus. Weighing over 8 tons, Sarcosuchus was an exaggerated version of modern crocodiles, and its body was just as powerful as its bite. Sarcosuchus lived in rivers and lakes, but unlike today's crocodiles, its diet wasn't limited to fish and small mammals. With a bite strong enough to crush bones, it hunted dinosaurs that ventured too close to the water's edge. Its sharp teeth and incredibly strong jaws made it a fearsome predator, and with its massive size, few animals dared to challenge it. It's believed that Sarcosuchus could take down smaller dinosaurs and even large herbivores that came to drink at the riverbanks. One curious detail is that Sarcosuchus had a huge skull, over 6 feet long, with a bump on the tip of its snout, which scientists think may have been used to increase bite strength or perhaps even to make sounds. Coming across a predator like this while swimming would be anyone's worst nightmare. Sarcosuchus disappeared with the end of the Cretaceous period, but just imagining encountering this supercroc in a river today is reason enough to be thankful for its extinction. If you think this giant crocodile is scary, wait until you meet the next creature. Have you heard of Sarcosuchus before? Let us know in the comments, And get ready because third place brings a true monster from the depths. In third place, Dunkleosteus. If you've ever been afraid of sharks, Dunkleosteus will take that fear to a whole new level. This giant of the seas lived about 400 million years ago during the Devonian period and was one of the largest predatory fish to ever exist. Measuring over 33 feet long and weighing around 4 tons, it dominated the prehistoric oceans like a true monster from the deep. But what made Dunkleosteus truly terrifying wasn't just its size, it was its incredibly powerful jaws. Unlike modern sharks, Dunkleosteus had a bony armor covering its head and jaws, and instead of teeth, it had sharp bony plates that were perfect for slicing through flesh and crushing bones. It could open and close its mouth with such force that it created a vacuum, sucking its prey directly into its jaws. Just imagine the power of that bite. Dunkleosteus could tear apart almost anything that crossed its path in the oceans. Despite being a formidable predator, Dunkleosteus remains somewhat of a mystery to scientists. No one knows exactly why it disappeared, but its size, strength, and armor made it the undisputed king of the oceans in its time. Thankfully, Dunkleosteus went extinct millions of years ago, sparing us from a creature that would certainly make any swim in the ocean far more dangerous. If this sea predator already gives you chills, brace yourself, because the top 2 creatures on our list are even more terrifying. Did you know such a terrifying fish once existed? Share your thoughts in the comments and keep watching, because the next animal will leave you in awe. In second place, Titanoboa. Now, imagine a snake so large that it would make any anaconda look like a worm. This nightmare of a reptile is called Titanoboa, the largest snake that ever existed. It lived about 60 million years ago, after the dinosaurs had gone extinct, and reached a length of 45 feet, weighing over a ton. That means if it stretched out on the ground, it would be the length of an entire bus. Titanoboa lived in the tropical rainforests of South America, hunting crocodiles, giant turtles, and even enormous fish. With its immense strength, it would wrap around its prey in a deadly grip, crushing bones with ease before swallowing them whole. To give you an idea, this prehistoric snake could generate enough pressure to crush a human in seconds. Now, imagine one of these sliding silently through the jungle, and you wouldn't even notice it until it's too late. The forests where Titanoboa lived were incredibly hot and humid, perfect conditions for it to grow to such colossal sizes. Luckily for us, this monster disappeared millions of years ago as the climate cooled, which giant snakes couldn't tolerate. So, if big snakes scare you today, just imagine running into a Titanoboa. But hold on, if this wasn't enough to leave you breathless, just wait until you meet the king of prehistoric oceans, who's going to top off our list in spectacular fashion. Did you know about this colossal snake? Drop a comment below and get ready, because number 1 is about to blow your mind. In first place, Megalodon. Here we are, at the top of the list, with Megalodon, the largest and most feared predator to ever swim in the oceans. This prehistoric shark, which lived from around 20 to 3 million years ago, was absolutely gigantic, reaching up to 60 feet long and weighing around 60 tons. That's 3 times larger than the biggest modern great white shark, and its jaw, with an opening of over 6 feet, could swallow a person whole in one bite. But Megalodon wasn't just big, it was an unstoppable hunter. Its razor-sharp teeth, which reached 8 inches in length, were perfect for ripping chunks out of whales and other large marine mammals. With a bite force estimated to be 10 times stronger than that of a great white shark, it could crush bones and cartilage with ease. The oceans were Megalodon's domain, and nothing escaped its insatiable hunger. Despite its terrifying size, Megalodon disappeared about 3 million years ago, as ocean temperatures began to drop and its favorite prey, such as large whales, migrated to colder waters beyond its reach. The extinction of this predator is definitely a relief, because if it still existed today, the seas would be a much more dangerous place to swim. So, imagine being on a boat or swimming in the depths, knowing that a predator as colossal as Megalodon could appear at any moment. Scary, right? Now you can see why this prehistoric shark is without a doubt the number 1 animal we're thankful is extinct. Had you heard of Megalodon before? Do you think you could still swim in open water after learning about this beast? Drop a comment and share this video with your friends who love animal facts. These animals are truly terrifying, aren't they? For more amazing animal facts like these, subscribe to the channel by clicking the logo on the screen. Don't miss our upcoming videos. You're going to be even more amazed.